We gotta go fast. I'm talking really fast. Like, what the hell is this guy even doing fast? Like, this guy's just spazzing on the floor. Okay.
Let's go!
What's poppin', Earth fam? It's your boy Zachgoy back at it again with another video. Today I'm talking about something that I consider to be the best kept secret in all of muscle building, in all of bodybuilding, in the current day and age right now. So whether you are a powerlifter, whether you are a bodybuilder, whether you are a calisthenic artist, whether you're just in the gym trying to get a little more definition, get a little bit stronger, all of these categories I think are, people are in these categories and I think they could really benefit from this focal point. So what it is time under tension. So the amount of time under which you are tense when you're lifting weights, whether that be the eccentric or the decentric both, so lifting the weight up or putting it back down. This is something that I think people don't really focus as much on as they should. Most plans, when you're doing a fitness plan, they're gonna focus on the rep count or the set count, and they're gonna have these extra things built in with, like supersets, like drop sets. All of these are kind of factors built into the actual set that you're doing, so maybe you have 3 sets of 10 and you're doing a bench press, for example. Each of the sets is gonna have a certain amount of reps, and then maybe built into this kind of construction sets and reps, you might have an extra thing like a drop set or a superset. And what this might be, so a drop set is, for example, just, you do your last set of 10 reps, and then you drop the weight. So you drop the weight to maybe half of what you were doing before, and you're gonna do as many reps as you can. That's just an example of a drop set. There are a million ways to do drop sets. Same thing with supersets. But what I'm talking about is the kind of the technicality of the number of reps. So just built into one rep, you're gonna have the amount of time that you're under tension. Maybe for that one rep, you're under tension for 2 seconds, for example. 1 second up, 1 second down. 1 second up, 1 second down. Like I'm just doing a curl, for example, here, just like an air curl, right? And so 1 second up, 1 second down. That's the amount of time under tension. 2 seconds for that one rep. Overall for the set, say for example you have 5 reps, each rep in total is 2 seconds. That entire set is gonna last you 10 seconds. What I think people really neglect to do is consider how long they're under tension for in each of these sets. Why do I think this is an issue? Time under tension is really what is building the muscle. So when you're building muscle, the way muscle is built is you go in the gym, you go outside, you go wherever it is that you work out, and you really exhaust your muscles to the point where there is, minor muscle tearing within that muscle group. So say for example you're doing chest day, you're gonna be doing bench, you're gonna be doing flies, you're gonna be doing push-ups, dips, anything like that. You're gonna leave the gym hopefully a little bit sore, and that's because your muscles have been torn up. And so over the next, few days, the next week, the next couple weeks, you're gonna be intaking food and putting nutrition into your body that is going to then heal those muscles, and so they grow, so they become stronger, so they heal, and they are even, larger and stronger than they were before. When people are, building plans and going to the gym and, doing their workouts, I think a lot of the time their focus really is more on how much weight can I lift, how many reps can I do, how many, sets can I do, and you have these constructions like the 5x5. So any of you that are really hip to powerlifting, the 5x5 program is essentially where you do 5 reps and 5 sets of whatever it is that you're, whatever the exercise is. So most likely it's bench, deadlift, or squat. What I really advise people to do is kind of back off from the obsessive focus on reps and sets and then like supersets and drop sets and stuff like that, and really try to accentuate the movements. Really try to focus on the amount of time that you are under tension. In a bench, for example, yeah, it's good to have some kind of goal set laid out. So yeah, like I'm gonna do 5 sets of 5 reps. That's kind of a good blueprint, so you have something to follow once you're in the gym. But I think once you're really under the weight, the focus needs to be how much attention is to the, the tension. How much attention is to the tension, and how long are you going to be struggling with that weight? And by struggling, I just mean, in a state of resistance. Really, the thing that is going to help you build muscle more than, the focus to sets and reps is how long that weight is being resisted by your muscles, how long, you are under tension. There are many studies to show that people that take a little bit longer to do sets, take a little bit longer to do reps, they're actually increasing their ability to intake protein and get larger muscles, get stronger muscles. There are plenty of studies to show that protein synthesis is dramatically increased in people that are taking their time doing their sets, maybe really elongating each rep, versus people that are, simply going through the movements, doing their 10 reps, doing their 12 reps, and they're like, okay, I'm done. That was the focus. When I go in the gym, my goal really is to walk out feeling like I accomplished something and, really feel it in my muscles. I have had plenty of workouts that I would consider bad workouts, even though I, fulfilled every single set count, fulfilled every rep count, and even reached the weights that I wanted to reach. I see, plenty of people go in the gym and their focus is heavy weights, reaching that big weight and doing the amount of sets and the amount of reps that they had set out to do. That's all fine and good. I do think there's something to be said for the mental game of achieving the rep counts and the set counts that you set out for. I mean, that's just fundamental. You should always be focused on that. However, if you really want to be building muscle, if you really want to be building strength, you need to be focusing on the muscles when you work out and focusing on, how do they feel? Are they really able to move that weight and move it effectively and in a way that is controlled? Plenty of people are lifting weight that they can't necessarily lift with good form, and they're just doing it in a way that is to get the weight up and say, yeah, I lifted that. I personally don't think this is the best philosophy and the best outlook to have when you're lifting weights, just because injuring yourself in the weight room is a very easy thing to do. And the most likely way that you're going to make that happen is if you are focusing on lifting weight in a way that is fast or just to reach a really high weight. And, especially in powerlifting, you see things like, kipping pull-ups. I had a video of the kipping pull-up at the beginning of this video, just showing somebody like doing 1 billion pull-ups, but really, are they actually, working the muscle as effectively as they could? And I understand in powerlifting, the goal is not as much to, gain size or gain strength necessarily, but to just move the weight. And, philosophically, I don't think this is the best way to go about exercising. I think that's more of ego lifting. I think that's very ego driven. And, you're going to injure yourself. When you're lifting, I think personally, my philosophy is that the focus really needs to be on completing the movements as effectively as possible, really emphasizing the use of the muscle group or the individual muscle that you're focusing on. So whether it be a bench, your core is focusing on being stabilized, you're emphasizing chest and triceps and maybe even a little bit of forward shoulder. When you're doing that, going about it fast just to lift a certain amount of weight in a certain amount of time is kind of pointless. If you want to get a bigger chest, if you want to increase your bench, focus on the movement. Be present. I am a huge advocate of presence. Being more present is how we become better in life. That's how we become better individuals. That's how we become more fulfilled in every way. And that even goes for bodybuilding or something that you might not consider presence as much of an issue. And so I don't know why I'm really tying this into that, but I think, maybe that's something that people on my channel can appreciate. Yeah, so overall, to defend yourself against injury, to really emphasize the muscle movements and get a lot stronger, time under tension is something to focus on. I'm all about action and I'm all about actionable steps. So for you guys that are going to the gym regularly, that are exercising regularly, what I want you guys to focus on is how much time is spent doing each rep, doing each set. Try to elongate it by, each rep by maybe like 2 more seconds. Maybe you still want to focus on exploding with the eccentric, which is like the push up, and then on the decentric, which in bench would be like the come down, maybe try to elongate that by like 2 seconds, just enough so you're really realizing that the tension is what is building the muscle, and that is what is exhausting the muscles the most. Hope this video was helpful to you guys. Hope you found something to consider, and yeah, if you have any questions or comments, please drop them below, shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I will talk to you later. Zoop.